Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday and welcome back to another weekly home fragrance roundup. If you're new around here, this video goes up every single Saturday and it's just an opportunity for me to chit chat about all of the home fragrance related items that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. So what I was burning, what I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping, and more recently, what I have going in my Pura system. As always, there are going to be lots of links, lots of information in the description box below this video. If you'd like to know where to purchase any of the candles that I'm showing here today, they will be linked down below. There are some affiliate discount codes if you want to save a little bit of extra money either with Kringle or with HomeWorx. There's sale information for the current weekend. I typically only list the companies that I tend to frequent the most in terms of who I shop with, but so that information is in the description box. There's quite a bit down there. Feel free to check that out if you are so inclined. But there is much to discuss this week. I received some orders in. So I received my most recent Kringle order that arrived much faster than the last one that I placed. So I feel like Kringle has kind of caught up in the shipping department. I also received my Scentsy order. Both of those orders, the Kringle and the Scentsy, are kind of more like in the holiday realm of smells. So I think next week I will upload a holiday home fragrance haul basically, so look forward to that. I also received a surprise package from Kringle. I did not know that I was getting the new Reserve candles that are going to be launching. Off the top of my head, I can't remember when they're launching. I know that the date actually changed, so I need to double check that, but I'll have that going across in a little ticker here. So when I received my order the other day, I also had this box of Reserve candles show up. So there are 6 in here. I have not stuck my nose in any of these. I will be doing my usual first sniff impressions video. I actually hope to film that on Sunday so that I can get that out to you guys first thing Monday morning. So I'm really excited to smell through these. Again, I wasn't expecting them, so I didn't have this on my list to film, but it'll be fun to go through those. I always love the Reserve fragrances from Kringle. I do think though that they are still pushing out a lot of stuff right now, and I know that that is irritating a lot of people. And I do think that they really should slow their roll a little bit in terms of these releases, because they're putting out too much too fast, it seems like right now. Now I know that there are like strict timelines for these things, and you know, sometimes things need to get moved around, but it does feel just like a lot at once. Also this week, I did know that I was going to be getting one of these in the mail, and I'm so glad that I got the fragrance that I was really hoping I would get. So these are the new Kringle 4 wicks. So I want to talk a little bit more about this as we get a little further into the video, but just wanted to give you a heads up that I do have one of the first ones. We'll look in depth here once we get into this a little bit further. But as always, I want to take you guys around the house first and show you what I currently have burning and what I have going in my Crocs and underneath the one lamp that I'm actively using right now. So let's go ahead and take that usual tour, and then we'll meet back here and we're going to start diving into things from this past week. Again, there's a lot to discuss, so let's get going. Burning behind me while I'm filming today is Bath & Body Works Cranberry Woods. Listen, this one's struggling just a little bit. The wicks they're pretty puny, but it's still doing okay in terms of strength and throw. Obviously, you know, we can see the wick clips there, so this is gonna be the last burn. I think I'm just gonna let it go for the rest of the day. Listen, I need to pick up another one of these. I love the scent, but I am a little perplexed as to why this one is lighter. It's usually a pretty potent scent, but I would say the strength and throw of this one has mostly been around like between a 6 and a 7. And this has always been either like an 8 or a 9 for me in the past. Now, distant past, obviously, but yeah, it's kind of interesting to experience this one in a more mild presentation, if you will. But it is a great scent, and if you've never tried Cranberry Woods, it is beautiful for the fall, and it's beautiful for the holidays as well. So yeah, I'll pick up another one. It's such a staple, and I would totally miss it if I didn't have it around for Christmas. So, all right, let's go take a look at what else is going. There's ALF. All right, here on the kitchen island is Country Candle Christmas Time in the City. I don't remember if this was released last holiday season or the year before that. Kudos to you if you can remember. But I did not review this one. I received a daylight of it in an order that I placed and really actually enjoyed it. And then when I went to go order, the large jar was out of stock, and that was what I wanted at the time. I usually prefer to purchase the large jars, quite honestly. I just think they're better value for what you're, spending your money on. So since I already knew that I liked the fragrance, I wanted the large jar, and it came back in stock when I placed my order several weeks ago for another round of candles, not the most recent one that I need to share with you guys, but before that. And man, this is a great scent. It's really interesting and unique and complex. I cannot wait to review it. Obviously, I'm just getting started with it today, so I need to burn it for several more days here before I even think about reviewing it. But so far, so good. If you have burned Christmas Time in the City, definitely leave your thoughts down below. But I'm really impressed with the fragrance profile, and this one's also having a pretty good performance for me. So yeah, even though the current holiday country candle releases are a little bit more iffy in terms of the performance, this one here is definitely more along the lines of what I'm used to from Country Candle. So anyway, really enjoying this one today, and let's go ahead and see what is in my candle crock downstairs. Welcome to the laundry room where one of my favorite candle crocks lives. And in here is Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple. Yeah, this one dudded out on me. Love the fragrance, so just decided to go ahead and put it into the crock in here. So it's performing extremely well. I am enjoying it in the crock. This is a kind of a fall staple in my book. Normally, it has not dudded out on me in the past, but this year it has those really thick wicks that I don't love. I tend to deal with the most problems when it comes to Bath & Body Works candles with those particular wicks. I wish they would stop using them, but I don't think they're going to. So anyway, this one is doing great here in the laundry room. It's been going all week, and quite frankly, I can still smell it like extremely well. So I'll keep it going for another few days. Behind that there is the Country Candle Fireside Chai, which will be popped in here after this one is done. I've already reviewed the Fireside Chai, so if you're curious, check that review out here on my channel. The Strength and Throw was it wasn't the best, so that's why I have it over there to be able to crock it. I enjoy the fragrance, but I think I'm going to be able to smell a lot more from this one if I pop it into a candle crock. So yep, you'll be seeing that probably in next week's video. Let's head upstairs and see what is being crocked and lamped up there. All right, friends, here at the top of the stairs is the candle lamp that I am currently using the most. And I just plopped a fresh HomeWorx Autumn Pumpkin under here yesterday. This is a 3-wick format that was available several years ago as a TSV. I purchased many. I'm finally finishing them all up. Listen, I love Autumn Pumpkin. This is actually a staple for me every fall and even in the holidays. So I really love this scent. It is currently available, but it looks like it's mostly just in larger formats, so the luxe sizes. It's absolutely worth picking up. It is such a beautiful scent. It does have a definite pumpkin base to it. But even with that, I don't know, it's one of those fragrances that, like I said, easily transitions from the fall into the holidays with me. I usually eat pumpkin pie at Christmas anyway, so I kind of feel like pumpkin also makes sense at Christmas for me. Maybe not for everybody, but moral of the story is, I know that the fall season is winding down and we're all starting to think a little bit more about holiday candles, but don't forget about this one. It's so, so good. I'm just really enjoying it, and this candle lamp is amazing. I actually just had to replace the bulb on this one, and that was the first time I had changed the bulb in months and months and months. This particular lamp seems to just do quite well in terms of the bulbs lasting a long time. In fact, all of my warmers do. I've had some people ask me why their bulbs basically only last like a month of use or something like that. And I'm not sure why. I purchased the replacement bulbs that are recommended by the manufacturer of these, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But the bulbs should not be going out every single month, especially if you're doing maybe only like 1 8 or 4 hour melting session a day. Like, it should last you a long time. So anyway, I will link this particular lamp down below. Like I said, it's the Hestia lamp, so it's a great one, and I get really great performance out of it. So, all right, let's move on to the last 2 crocks, and then let's head back downstairs. This is the crock in my master bedroom. This is also the ivory candle crock that I have linked down below. So if you're interested in a crock that is currently available that's a little bit more neutral, this option here is fairly neutral. There's also just a plain white one linked below as well. So in here went my very last Bath & Body Works apple crumble, right? Apple crumble, or is it apple crumb? Apple crumble, there we go. It dudded out on me. Not so much the wicks, but I started not being able to smell it once it went past the halfway point. I'm not sure what that's all about, because that has never been my experience with this candle. I purchased this back in, gosh, it was when the 3 wicks were still $20. That's the price point that's underneath. So it's quite old. Listen, I'm enjoying it a lot more now that it is melting here completely in the candle crock. But it just goes to show you, you can keep your candles for a really long time and store them. But I do think that eventually the fragrance oils probably do start to break down a little bit. And yeah. The one thing that I will say for paraffin wax is that it really tends to retain the fragrance oils maybe a little bit better than some other wax formulations. I just don't like the burn of paraffin, so it's kind of out of the question for me to go back to it. And also, I'm not in a, I guess, mindset of like wanting to keep candles for long periods of time anymore. I just kind of want to burn things that I purchase and just enjoy them versus, you know, saving them for special occasions or, you know, just hoarding them for years on end. I might as well enjoy this stuff. I spent a lot of money on it, and I need to be burning it. So at any rate, glad that I finally got around to using this very last one in my collection. It was a beloved, and if Bath & Body Works ever brings it back, I would totally repurchase it. But yeah, let's move on to the last crock. All right, lastly, this is the crock in the very back bedroom of our house here. In here, earlier this week, I just finished up my pumpkin carving from this year. Obviously, this was a brand new pumpkin carving. Never lit it, just warmed it the whole way through in my candle crock. It gave me 2 solid weeks of like 24/7 fragrance output. So definitely got my money's worth out of it, even though I never lit it up. That wax is now completely unscented. And as soon as I stopped smelling it, I went ahead and popped in the, oh geez, bourbon. Now I cannot remember the name of it. So bourbon, apple, and oud from Kringle. That is new for fall 2024 this year. I really like that apple scent, but we are coming to the end of, you know, apple season here in my world. I don't take a lot of apple fragrances into the holidays with me, so this was one that I definitely wanted to finish up. I am not someone to put away a candle that I've burned to the halfway point for the following year. I'd rather just finish it and get it out of the system, and then next year I can enjoy maybe a new apple scent, or because I do really actually like this one, I can repurchase this one next year. So, but anyway, that is what is in this last candle crock here. This one's quite potent. I imagine I'll get at least a couple weeks out of this. So you'll be seeing this one again in next Saturday's video. But if you're still in an apple mood and you're looking for something that is very unique in terms of apple fragrances, check this one out. It is delightful. So, all right, let's head back downstairs. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently happening in the house in terms of home fragrance right now. It smells pretty good in here, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and get started with the candles that I finished this week. I have this one here. We didn't end on a positive note, obviously. This is Bath & Body Works Blackberry Bramble Tea from back in the day. What day was it? Was it 2014 that this came out? Behind me here is the sister that was burning alongside this one. I don't know why they finished at different times because I burned the candles together, but this one hit the wick clip last night and extinguished itself. Had I known what was going on here, I would have extinguished it prior to this happening. But anyway, that one is not doing that, right? Watch it be doing it right now. No, it's still great. What is the difference? Who knows? It is one of those great Bath & Body Works mysteries. Anyway, what a great scent. This was back when they were still doing the little stories instead of just the like simple 3 fragrance notes. So this says, the art of tea, sweet and fragrant blackberries combined with a hint of sugar and spice take cup and saucer to new heights. So anyway, smells like $1,000,000, but dang, this burn, rough. Yeah, I don't like this at all. This was burning last night while Craig and I were sitting outside and enjoying the fireplace. And yeah, when I came inside and saw this, I was like, ugh, horrific. My bad for not catching that, but it extinguished itself, so damage done, whatever. So I think that's the only candle that I finished. This one's gonna be finished probably in an hour or two, so I'm just gonna let it go. There are no other candles that I finished this week, but let's dive into some candles that I was burning to not only test for holiday candle reviews, but also because I was kind of enjoying them. And this one here is one of the biggest surprises to me when it comes to the new holiday fragrances from Kringle. I did not expect to actually enjoy this one as much as I am enjoying it, and it just goes to remind me, yet again, that you really shouldn't always judge a candle just based off of the cold sniff. Sometimes when you light something, it completely transforms, and this is the case of that times like 1,000. When Stella and I did our first sniff impressions, I wasn't really, you know, that into this one, but this was actually one of Stella's like top candles. If you missed our first sniff impressions of the country candles and the Kringle candles, I will link those in the description box down below. Stella is my 12-year-old daughter. Sometimes when I receive new candles, I will have her sniff through them with me because she has a very similar perspective to mine, but also sometimes we don't agree at all on home fragrance. It's kind of hit and miss with Stella and I, but it's just really interesting to have another perspective, and especially from a 12-year-old who is fairly unfiltered in her thoughts. So anyway, this Frosted Spice, even on cold sniff now, I don't love this, but when this is burning, there is something magical happens that with this Frosted Spice that is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, you guys. So the notes in here are aromatic, spice, cinnamon, fir, peppermint, mint, and vanilla. If you know me at all, you know that the peppermint and the mint in here are an automatic no-go. I don't mind a spicy candle. I don't love a red hot cinnamon spice, but most other spices I'm actually good with. Here's the thing. There is that hint of just peppermint to my nose. I don't smell any other type of mint. There's no spearmint or anything like that. It's the peppermint kind of in the background with the vanilla surrounding the peppermint, and then the spices are the star of the show. These spices in here are perfect, you guys. Can you hear the snoring? He's so sweet. I just love it. It just makes me happy. But listen, this, if you're a little bit intimidated by it, definitely get like the daylights to start with so you can experience it first. But this is performing incredibly well in terms of strength and throw. And this fragrance profile, like I said, is a pleasant surprise for me. Very, very pleasant. Now, you'll be seeing a review of this one tomorrow because I have gotten to the halfway point. This is a disappointment, I have to admit. Kringle, I don't know if like enough fragrance oils didn't get added here, but this is one of the more unscented Kringle candles that I've ever experienced, and that is not the norm for them. So that makes it extra disappointing for me. But this sugar plum and myrrh, if I could smell this, because it is a great scent, I would absolutely repurchase this. It's a really great scent. So I don't know. I'm just disappointed in it. I really am. But I'll review it. Yeah, I'll talk more about it tomorrow. I love this one, the cypress and cinnamon. This go around, I'm having pretty good luck with the Kringle candles for the most part. Obviously, we just had, you know, the exception of the sugar plum and myrrh. But this cypress and cinnamon, once again, is performing a lot more along the lines of what I expect my Kringle candles to perform as. This kind of reminds me of the Wassail fragrance from Scentsy. If you are a big fan of that one, this I think is very similar to that. I really like the orange note that's in here. It's juicy, it's fresh, it's vibrant, it's bright. But then you've also got like the holiday tree note, like a really fresh holiday tree note. It's not super sweet, kind of more of an outdoorsy note. This is just, it's the epitome of the holidays. Listen, this smells great and it's performing great. So it's making me happy. So we're gonna put that in the winner circle. And another one for the frickin' winner circle is this. Oh, it's so good. Butter Rum Cafe. Stop it. This is so good. This is so rich. You have a really beautiful coffee note in here. Not acidic, not astringent. Beautiful, perfect, like almost latte type note. And then you've got that rich butteriness coming through. This is the most lovely gourmand. I've been loving this one on like the few rainy mornings we've had so far here in Oregon. I'm crossing my fingers for more of those rainy mornings. I keep looking at the forecast and then I see like rain for a week straight and then they change it. And nothing makes me more sad than when my weather gets changed. Listen, I love dreary, terrible weather. I'm one of those people, and I'm just really thankful the summer is over. I guess I should, you know, be thankful for that. It is no longer 99 degrees out. Instead, it's like 56 degrees, which I'll take it. It's still sunny though. It's still sunny. All right, winter spice. All right, here's another country candle. Love the scent, but it is lighter. These country candles this go around, I'm not having the best luck with. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys about that. Here's the thing, there are people who actually like candles that aren't like smack you in the face crazy strong. So there is a market for these, I feel like. But I think the vast majority of people who follow me are probably like me in terms of home fragrance, where they want more of a powerhouse. They want more oomph. They want more fragrance output, right? And the country candles this go around, for whatever reason, are really kind of struggling. And it's disappointing because it's a great scent. Citrus, berries, cinnamon, clementine, clove, and nutmeg. Listen, I'm gonna burn it, obviously, one more time prior to reviewing it. That might be another review that you guys see tomorrow. I'm gonna try to film what is happening to my words? I promise you I'm not having a stroke right now. I'm gonna try to film 3 videos to go up on Sunday in terms of in-depth candle reviews. The other one that will be going up, I think, with the Sugar Plum and Myrrh, the Winter Spice, will be this little cute pirate here. We have a HomeWorx. I'm actually getting ready to place an order for a HomeWorx pedestal from, ooh, I should probably make sure the lunchtime special isn't over. Watch it be over. I'm not gonna buy it if it's not on sale anymore, but there's this like woven hurricane. It looks like a little rattan base with a frosted shade. I've kind of had my eye on it for a while, and I'm really not usually into the HomeWorx hurricanes. Like I keep saying, I wish they would bring back these dang pedestals, because those are my favorite things ever. And the amount of questions that I get on my individual candle reviews about like, where's that candle pedestal from? I'm just like, I wish I could link it, but I cannot, because for some reason Harry stopped making them. Harry, why did you stop making them? Don't do that. People love those. I love those. I'll keep you in business if you start putting those out again. I promise. I'll buy them. I will. Anyway, back to this. This is chocolate peanut butter cup. I'm not going to say too much about this one, but I have definitely burned her to the halfway point. I will be reviewing her tomorrow for you. So, more to come on this one. I was also burning this from HomeWorx this week. Now I only lit it once. This is the Harvest Hot Chocolate, you guys. This is so good. So originally HomeWorx sent me one as like a PR item, and then I repurchased it myself because I liked it so much. This reminds me more along the lines of like a Mexican hot chocolate. Delicious. So good. I will link the Mexican hot chocolate that I get off of Amazon in the description box down below. If you've never tried Mexican hot chocolate, you need to try it. It does have a little bit of like a spice to it, but it's not overpowering. It's not overwhelming. And it's just something completely different from the usual, just straight up like milk hot chocolate, right? Like the milky hot chocolate. That little bit of spice in there really makes it different and unique, and that's kind of what I get out of here, and I love it. I'm gonna continue to enjoy this through the remainder of October, which, holy moly, you guys, October is almost over. Be prepared to start seeing the Christmas extravaganza going up behind me here, because your girl is decorating the day after Halloween. It's gonna take me like a couple weeks to do it, so that's why I start early. If you don't start early, that's okay. I don't have any ill will towards you. Please don't have any towards me. It makes me happy. It's festive. It's my favorite time of the year. And like I said, it takes me like a couple weeks to get this crap up, and I want to enjoy it for more than just a month. So put your stuff up the day after Thanksgiving if that's what makes your heart happy. But my heart is happy with the Christmas explosion beginning November 1st. I've got a lot of fall crap to clean up too, so. All right, vanilla and patchouli, you guys. Listen, I came across this. It's so pretty. I came across this in my Bath & Body Works candle stash, which is quite small at this point. And I had burned this a couple times, and then I put it away. I have no idea why I did that. I don't think I disliked the fragrance at first. Maybe I just wanted to put something else in the downstairs powder room, because that's where I put it at first. And then it also is living its life there now. But I got this out and I started burning it, and I was like, why did I ever put this away? This is great. This is a great candle. Now, right now, only the wallflowers are available. And I heard from a lot of you guys that the wallflowers are good in this particular fragrance. So if you can't get your hands on the candle right now, definitely pick up the wallflowers if you're interested. I did an in-depth review of this. I think that went up on like Monday or something. Listen, this is gorgeous. If Bath & Body Works ever returns with this in their aromatherapy line, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love it. Okay, 2 more candles that well, actually 3. Listen, I'm never going to actually bring the candle in here. You'll start seeing it maybe next week. I'll have it burning when I film this video, so you can see the dent I've already made into the luxe size of the vanilla, the cinnamon vanilla from HomeWorx that I purchased from QVC in this luxe size. So it's a mega 5 wick. and I have it in my Chester Hurricane. It pulls out so quickly in that Chester Hurricane. I feel like the Luxe candles do better when they're in a hurricane. If you don't have 7 hours to wait for a candle to fully pull out, I would suggest finding a Hurricane. I get lots of questions about where to get Hurricanes. Listen, I have Hurricanes from Pottery Barn. I have them from Crate and Barrel. I have them, do I have one from Ballard? I'm sure I have something from Ballard Designs. But you can also just as well go into your local TJ Maxx, your local Home Goods. Heck, I bet even Hobby Lobby has some Hurricanes somewhere in their store. So you can find them everywhere. I'm pretty picky about, you know, design, and if I really like the look of something, I'll splurge on it because it's a permanent piece of home decor for me, right? I keep all of my Hurricanes out year round, and I kind of make them festive, you know, with the addition of leaves or, you know, other stuff to jazz them up for each season. But they're out all the time, so I don't mind spending a little bit more money on them, and boy, do they make a difference in how fast your candles pull out. But back to this guy needing a Hurricane, yeah, it's gonna go a lot faster for you. I'm loving it. Listen, this is such a great scent. It is so basic, so basic. It's not exciting, but it's really well done, and it's cozy, and it's warm, and it blends with so many other fragrances that I love this time of year. And it's also gonna help me transition into the holidays. So I'm so excited about Christmas. You have no idea. Okay, a couple more. Of course I was burning this week. This is my beloved sprinkled macaroons. It does say macarons on the bottom. Huh. I just noticed. So this is the latest one that I ordered. You guys, they fixed it. Not on this label, but they fixed it on the bottom. Macarons. You guys, you did it. I'm telling you, Kringle, they are two different cookies. A macaroon is like a coconut haystack where the base is like dipped in chocolate. And then a macaron is the French pastry. Delicious, right? Like you've got those two little almond sandwiches, and in between is that yummy creamy filling of whatever flavor you decide that you want. Strawberry, pistachio, vanilla, lemon, apricot, plum. I've had so many good ones. Peanut butter. Like you can get whatever flavor. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry. I love a macaron. It's our anniversary weekend. Maybe I will make Craig take me to a macaron bakery. I feel like we need that, right? We're going to a really expensive, a super ridiculous expensive dinner tonight. We do this once a year. I have made Craig take me to this restaurant every single year that we have been married, even when we could not afford it. Like we would save up to be able to go to this restaurant and have our nice like anniversary meal. Cause we typically don't, you know, like we don't take a trip for our anniversary or anything like that. So I've just always told him, like, for every anniversary, all I want is just good meat. Just really nice meat. So I'm gonna go have some really nice meat tonight. But yeah, on top of that, I think I want some macarons, not runes, rons. But I love this candle. Listen, this is delicious, amazing, perfect. So good. My trifecta from the Reserve line is, of course, Vintage Pomander, which is still available. If you missed it, Vintage Pomander is in stock for the holidays, so check it out. Check it out. You can use my discount code and save 15% on it. The Jelly Donut, which is in this box over here, and then the sprinkled macarons. If Kringle only kept these three in the Reserve, I would be perfectly content. So, amazing. And the last candle I was burning this week, and I'm actually kind of starting to near the end of it, is the Limerence and Light from the Spellbound collection. This is so perfumey. It's so beautiful. I love burning this one upstairs in our master bedroom. It's stunning. Okay. All right. Sorry about that little interruption there, but let's continue on with talking about the new Kringle 4-wick candles. Okay. I did receive this in PR, just full disclosure. Kringle actually sent one of these 4 wicks to all of their ambassadors, which I think was a really cool thing to do. And we were allowed to select the fragrance that we were interested in basically reviewing. I went for Christmas. I was really actually thankful to see this scent on the list because We're obviously heading into the holiday season here, and I thought this would be the perfect way to fragrance my home with one of my favorite scents from Kringle. I will be sharing a Kringle holiday tree candle suggestion video coming up here soon because they actually have a number of them. And I happen to think that Kringle does a great holiday tree fragrance. They have so many options. All of them are slightly different from each other. So I'm really excited to share that video. One of the fragrance suggestions that you'll see will definitely be the Christmas scent. So when I saw this was available, I was like, ooh, that is my #1 choice. Please, I would love to receive Christmas. I may actually pick up another one of these when they do go on sale. So I'll put the sale information and the price point here going across in the ticker, but yeah. So Kringle did opt to basically do a larger, or well, it's technically shorter, right? It's technically a little bit shorter, but a wider version of their regular, let's pick up a clear glass one, a wider version of their regular 2-wick tumblers. So same nice little glass base here, same thick, heavy lid. Now the lids, they do have the gasket, obviously, and then there is the Kringle logo embossed on the top here. Obviously we have 4 wicks. There's a look at that gorgeous creamy white soy wax that rocks my world so much. I am really hoping that in terms of strength and throw that we get some major amplification here with this 4-wick format. We're obviously going to have more surface area. We could potentially have a deeper wax pool, which should ideally lead to more fragrance output. So that is my hope. We will see obviously how this performs. I'm gonna start burning this next week. So I will review this candle once I get I have to get at least 1/3 of the way down. I know people are gonna be curious. I don't wanna just burn this a couple times and be like, yes, everybody go get it. Obviously, if there is something that's gonna go wrong, I'd like to make sure that maybe I can get to that point. Usually with Kringle, if a candle does okay at the like 1/3 or halfway point, then you're pretty safe for the remainder of the candle. So that's why that kind of is my policy. But yeah, I'm really excited to light this up, you guys. This is such a beautiful, like comforting, like true authentic holiday tree fragrance. I'm so excited that this was one of the scents that they decided to include in this initial launch of the 4 wicks. So much more information obviously coming on this, but the overall look, I love it. It is very substantial. This is 32 ounces of wax, so there's quite a bit of wax in here. I know there are some people that are disappointed that they went with basically the same version of their classic jars. As someone who has run a business before, I think this was like a smart move for them because this is a very like signature thing for Kringle, these jars here. And I would think that staying in the same like jar family would be the best thing to do in terms of just the cohesion of the collection. The only candle that doesn't look like these are their 3-wick tumblers, I guess they call them, and those just look like a Bath & Body Works jar. I kind of wish that they would actually get the 3 wicks in this style of jar, so shorter, obviously a little bit wider, but to have this little base here and these really nice glass lids, I think would be an amazing touch, and that would keep the line like completely cohesive. But like, I love these jars. I think these jars are beautiful. They're very substantial and they definitely help to retain the heat really well within the candle. And they just look like they all belong in the same collection. So I think this makes sense. I think these are beautiful jars, but if you were hoping for something different, maybe you're disappointed, but I don't know. I think these are beautiful. So I think this was the right decision personally as someone who, like, you know, pays attention to detail things. I think it would have been a little bit strange to do something completely different especially when these are all fragrances within, you know, the Kringle Core Classic jar line. So anyway, I'm really excited about these. I cannot wait to get to burning this. Oh, I'm so excited. And it's just such a pretty scent. So anyway, more on that later. And lastly, let us dive through the wax melts. All right, I've got them all out here. We're gonna start with the non-Scentsy first. This is the value pack of the Better Homes and Gardens Vanilla and Cookie Crunch. Delightful, lasts a day, but it's a delightful basic cookie scent. It is yummy. Listen, this whole thing's like $4, so even if you do have to change it out every single day, it's not a bad deal. So love that. Obviously, you can find it at Walmart. Let's discuss my love of almond croissant. Went through 2 of these bars this week. I was really aggressive, a lot more aggressive about changing out my wax this week. Sometimes I get lazy about it, and sometimes I'm like, I want to change it out every other day. This week, I think I went 3 days in between changing wax, and that did fine for me. But anyway, I am a huge fan of the almond croissant. I still have not forgiven Scentsy for discontinuing it. It's in their vault, the vault where we all have to like hope and pray the fragrances that we would like to have returned for Bring Back My Bar be, you know, brought before us for voting. I've not seen this come up for voting, which is annoying. And please, if it ever does come back, will you please vote for it? I really just, I want more of this in my life. Now, I do realize that I could increase my club subscription to monthly to get more of this, but I don't know. I don't necessarily want all of those bars every single month. Like, I don't need 7 happy birthdays a month, right? And that's what I have in my club. Now, I'm not willing to go down on the happy birthday because I did that before and I regretted that. So these are like dilemmas that are very first world problems. But anyway, Scentsy, if you could just bring back almond croissant and just make it permanent, I think that would be a good decision for you. I would keep you in business with just purchasing this. This is so good. If you can ever smell it, if your friend has it, if your consultant happens to have one on hand, ask her to be able to stick your nose in it. You are going to be blown away. It's so delicious. Okay, happy birthday, which I actually like to mix 1 cube of almond croissant with 1 cube of happy birthday sometimes to make the most delicious gourmand explosion that you will ever smell in your life. Oh, I love this. This smells like funfetti birthday cake to me. I know it smells like marble cake, chocolate marble cake to some people, but to me, it smells like funfetti birthday cake, and I love it so much, and I have 7 bars in my club. It's a lot of bars. Okay, spooky but sweet. I love spooky but sweet, but I do think it is very sweet. This one really, it's almost like they took like pumpkin puree and then mixed in like a bunch of candy corn. There's a honey level of sweetness here, that's for sure, which is why I'm thinking that like that candy corn is coming to mind. I really like this, but I do think there are a lot of people that might find this cloying, so be careful. Maybe ask your consultant for a sample. I like it, but it's not going to be for everybody, so be careful with that one. We have, I did more of this week. I believe I also warmed this last week. I'm currently going through and I'm noticing that my Scentsy like fall stash, I haven't gone through that as fast as I thought I would. So I'm trying to get through that so that next year I can, you know, obviously have my favorites, which I will always stock up on at the end of the season. But then I also like trying new things. So I don't like to have too much left over from the previous year, if that makes sense. So trying to go through some of these. The Dutch apple bread is really delicious. This smells like an intensely sweet Dutch apple bread. Duh, that's the name of it. But so what I get here is almost like just the apple pie filling and then like a apple bread note, like a specific apple bread note. But that like apple pie filling is very intense in here. So this is another one where I would say if you don't like overly sweet scents, maybe stay away from this one. But it is a fabulous performer. God, it smells good. Oh, This smells so good. I love it. Winterberry apple tea. This, I have always said, reminds me of the fall and winter version of sweet plum pastry. Raise your hand if you were a sweet plum pastry fan. Couldn't get enough of that for a while there. I'm sure some of you guys remember. I hope that that comes back at some point. I took it out of my club. I shouldn't have, because I do miss it now, but I'm sure it'll come back for voting at some point. Yeah, this is delightful though. Like I said, it's almost like the sweet plum pastry, but it's like they've got the added spices in here that definitely make it turn like more fall and winter. This is gorgeous. If you've never tried it, you should try it. It is delightful. Cranberry and cardamom. Now, for some reason, I didn't love this one as much this week as I think I liked it before. For some reason, with this particular bar, I smell a lot of currant. Now, I smell that tart cranberry. I get the cardamom, but for some reason, I'm also getting red currant in this one. And I have a real thing against red currant. It's just a like bad memory association situation. So red currant didn't do anything to me, but it just reminds me of someone who I don't want to be reminded of all the time. And yeah, it's just really potent in this bar for some reason. I think I enjoyed my first one a lot more, but I love cranberry. I just am not a fan of red currant. So, hay rides. Okay, listen, this is very perfumey. This reminds me, go back in time with me, of like a 1990s designer imposters fragrance. Do you remember when you would go shopping at like Rite Aid with your mom and then there would be like the designer imposter perfumes? This kind of reminds me of like a Giorgio type scent. Very perfumey. Very like sunflowery perfuminess, if that makes sense. I don't know that it reminds me of the Sunflowers perfume from back in the day, but sunflower-esque. It's got a bit of woodiness to it, so it lends itself to being just slightly masculine, but still slightly feminine at the same time. It's just interesting. This is a fascinating fragrance. I really like it in the bathroom. I like this one in the bedroom. And I think I also have it going in like the back hallway over there. This is nice. I think I would actually repurchase this, but it's not one of those where, you know, like it's like a holy grail status. It's just unique, enjoyable, and something different from my usual, you know, gourmand extravaganza that, you know, I have to have going 24/7. This just kind of changes it up for me, and that's nice. So I have one more cube. We'll save this for the downstairs powder room when that one expires, probably in another day or two. So that is everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to ALF's. Well, you come back. You say goodbye. You say thank you for watching. Say thank you, everybody. Okay, now you can go. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch this video today. I hope you guys had a good time. Let me know what you were burning and melting this past week in the comments down below. Stay tuned for, like I said, some hauls, some in-depth reviews, lots of things to come. So here's hoping that I can make the time to film all this stuff. We'll see. All right, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo. Oh, there goes Alf.